Hey guys, this is April from MsMoMoLuvsSci and welcome to another video. So my camera that's on the stand started to fall over, so that's what that was. Yes, you guys, I'm at home. I have my jacket on in the house because today was Spirit Day and I want to make sure that I do not show you my logo because you don't need to know where I work. Okay, with that being said, based on the thumbnail of this video, you know I'm going to talk about how am I going to manage for the next few weeks reading all of these books. Okay, so if you watched my last video, you know I'm doing a book study. Today was my first full week of the book study. Oh my gosh, it was so awesome. My hair is all over the place tonight, but anywho, let's get this video done. It was my first week doing the book study and it went fantastic. I was saying to myself, how am I going to get these kids to read for an entire week in science class? And they did amazingly well. For the last 2 days, Thursday and Friday, which is today, we had an audit. So that means people from the district and the state came into the school and they were just interviewing teachers, interviewing students, and coming into, I believe, 60% of the classrooms. Very intense because audits can determine whether the principal is going to stay in the building or if they're going to be removed if the building is not the way it's supposed to be, if the systems are not the way it's supposed to be. So very big deal. And they came into my classroom today and what? Yes, freshman students were littered all over the classroom, inside and outside the classroom. And what were they doing? They were reading. They were reading. So, yay. I'm so excited. And we have one more week. We did not get through as much as I wanted to. I was a little ambitious with my schedule. There are 15 chapters, and I thought they would get through, I think, chapter 8 this week, but it didn't happen. Most of them got through chapter 6, and I still have a few more readers who only finished maybe 4 or 5 chapters, but that's okay. But we're still going to take next week to finish the book, and then the 2 days before Thanksgiving break, we are going to watch the movie. As you see, it's on Netflix. Okay, so as they have been reading, I have been reading. So I've been super busy. I've been trying to find time to stay on top of it because I have to come up with good comprehension questions for them to answer, and questions that is going to help them make sure that they are really getting the content out of this book that I need them to get out of. So not only am I reading this book with them during class, I have to stay a step ahead of them and read it at home. So I've been busy reading this at home, and to add to my misery, I guess, I joined an African American book club, and the book that we are reading, hold on, let me go get it. Okay, here I am. We are reading Beloved by Toni Morris, and somebody's been messing with my bookmark, but here we go. So I have been trying to find time to stay on top of my classwork, stay on top of my schoolwork, and my pleasure work by reading this book. And this book, for me, is not really an easy read because it's not my genre. I'm more of a romantic kind of girl. And this is different. So I have found myself rereading passages to make sure I fully understand what's going on, and I'm not afraid to say that, but yes. So I've been trying to find time to read this, and this week has been a super busy week because, as you may or may not know, I am a doctoral student, and I've got papers due. I'm writing a dissertation, and I have things that I have to write and prepare for that, and that requires me to do what? Yes, hold on, I'll be back. Here I am. Requires me to read. and read chapters, so I can respond to discussion posts. And I have class tomorrow actually, and I have to be ready for that. And I have to refer to this and other literature review articles. I have to refer to this and then tons of literature review articles so that I can write sections of my dissertation. So how have I managed to stay on top of all of this? I guess if you call it staying on top of it, is I use my calendar wisely. So usually on Sundays, those are my planning days. I try to have one day to myself, and that's Saturday. So but when I don't have class. So on Sunday, this past Sunday, what I did was I looked at my schedule to see what was due. And I decided that 2 of the books will have to be my priority, and one, which is always my priority, is my doc work. And then the second for the week is, the second priority will be this book. All right. So I knew that these 2 books would get the majority of my attention this week. So I looked through my calendar and I looked at the due dates for assignments that I have to for my doc studies. And I decided that I was going to allocate 3 of the 5 work days to working on my dissertation. And so I decided that I was going to do Monday. I was working on my dissertation, reading the books of literature. I also did Wednesday and Thursday. And Thursday was a very busy day for me because Thursdays are volleyball days for my daughter. So I did those 2 days that I made sure that I opened my book. I did my literature review for that. And then this book, what I did was I obviously have to read it during class, and I've been very lucky this week because I have 6 classes that I have to teach, all except for 2 classes. They like to read alone, so I don't have to read along with them. So that means that I can go past what they're reading. You know, everybody reads at their own pace anyway. So if I go to class and say, today I expect you to read chapters 3 and 4, it's okay if I'm on chapter 5 because I'm not reading along with them. So that has really helped. I had to read this book every day. And it's just 2 classes that I have to go back to wherever they stopped and read along with them, okay? They usually do some kind of popcorn reading in class. And then, you know, sometimes they say, we're tired, we just want to hear you read. And then I'll read 3 pages, 4 pages, or whatever, until they get tired of my voice and tell me to shut up. So these 2 books have definitely been my priority. Beloved will be my priority this weekend because I feel like I am ahead of what I'm supposed to be with this book. And so I'm going to take the weekend off from this, and I am going to focus on Beloved. Oh my gosh, my boyfriend called me, so I had to stop filming and I don't know where I was. But what did I say? Oh, okay. So I'm hoping I'm not repeating myself. But this is going to take precedence this weekend. I'm going to get a lot done. I think I'm going to do, I don't know how many chapters are in this book, but I'm going to make sure I at least get through a couple of chapters so that I can have this book read. Hopefully, I'm going to take my time with it. So maybe by the end of the month, maybe, I don't know. I haven't checked my book club to see when we should be done with this book or what kind of discussions or whatever we're going to have. So I don't know. But yes, this is what I'm going to read. And I have class Saturday, so we'll go through and research or whatever with the class. And then I'll put this down, and I won't pick this up again until Sunday when I have to submit a paper, because we submit on Sundays by 11:59. Okay. So that's my reading kerfuffles.
kerfuffles
that I've been going through this week. And I'm curious to know if you are part of any book clubs or how you balance your reading that you have to do with your class or personal or your school issued assignments that you have to do. I'm always looking for suggestions of how I can better organize my time. For me, my calendar is my life. My calendar is my life. And I'm talking about my phone calendar because I look at my phone a billion times a day and I love the pop-up reminders, especially because I have a lot going on. You know, we're teachers. We got a lot going on. We have after school meetings. I'm a mom and I have to balance that. And then I'm on a few committees with the district and I have meetings for that. And if I did not have it written down in my calendar that says, sis, today you need to read your book. Sis, you need to read 2 chapters. If I don't have it written down, then I will totally skip over it and it won't happen. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I have a couple of questions that I was asked via Instagram and via this channel, and I want you to know I have not forgotten about you. I'm actually doing some research to help. I know there was something, a financial question I have to answer, and there was also something about the praxis. Oh, those tests are just, anyway, I'm doing some research and asking some people some questions to see if I can be of a little bit of help with you. So don't think I forgot about you. With that being said, this is April from MsMoMoLuvsSci, and until next time, see you later.